Welcome to Berlin Felsi Oracle. Today I'm here to give you a love guidance reading, and few cards already fell off, so I'm going to take these cards. We'll take this one first. The first card that I got is Six of Cups. Okay, so this is showing that there is something which is blocking you from receiving either love or money or abundance, but there is something in your in your life that has been like making you feel guilty for receiving, making you feel guilty for being loved. So it could be a wound from like most of the wounds that we have gotten, it's trauma, it's collected from childhood or whatever. So it could be a wound like a mother wound or father wound, but a wound that has not been identified. And it's not like you have not done the work. I am seeing here there are a lot of fuller cups, so you have been doing a lot of work, which is like I want to congratulate y'all, because it takes a lot to decide to do the inner work. Many people shift their focus on other things in the external, then do the inner work. So first of all, congratulations if you are on this video, and if you reach till here, congratulations for doing the work. Whatever work you have done till now, it's not going to waste. I had a client who told me that day, like, what is the point of doing this work if I don't get the results, or I don't see the results, or I don't get the person that I want? And it's not about getting something out of this. It is about making, like creating. I'm saying the work you're doing is going to help you tremendously, like in the future. You can't see it because it's in the unknown, but it's not like it's not there. The thing is that the work has to be done, like healing has to be done gradually. Like the more healing you do, the more you will be able to attract, the more your nervous system will feel calm to attract. So somewhere it is that I see that there is something that has been blocking you from attracting your manifestations, or maybe has been blocking you from attracting money or love. It could be a belief. It could be a belief. It doesn't have to be a big wound or something. It could be a belief. Like you don't have the belief that you're worthy of receiving, you will not receive. So that belief has to be removed. Somewhere your belief is holding you back. At first I said it was a mother wound or father wound, but it could also be a belief. For some people it is coming up like a belief is there within you. Like I'll give you one more example. Like one of my own beliefs were that if I have a crack on my phone, that means I won't get opportunities, or it will block me, because Feng Shui. Have you all heard about Feng Shui? So in that they say a crack on your phone won't allow people to enter into your life, or like will not allow the opportunities to come into your life. And this is not that is not a right belief to have. It's not a right belief to have. I don't think that belief, I mean, like I think that belief has blocked me from receiving what I actually is mine. So that is why I'm here. Like now I'm giving you these examples. Again, now for different people it's going to be different. This is just an example that I'm giving you, but that's what I'm trying to say. There's a belief that is blocking you from your best love life, or from your career, from your job, from fame, from success. There is something that is blocking you, and you need to identify it. And you can identify that by maybe journaling. You can write on top of the the journal prompt can be like, what is that belief that is stopping me from attracting my success? This can be one of the things that you need to journal about, because like now I cannot tell you specifically what is your belief, because this is a collective reading, so different people will have different beliefs. So that's why I'm telling you, journal about it, you will find it. The next card that I got, oh, there are two cards. The first one which we are taking is the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of work that you've been putting into yourself, which is very like very attractive. I told you this is going to be a love reading, so I feel there is somebody who is very attracted by the work that you've been doing. Either that person is attracted by the dedication that you have towards your maybe career, or maybe the inner work that you're doing. It could be, but that person is very attracted to the way you work, or to the way you may be doing your work, or the way your ethical, like how your ethics are in your workplace. Something is there about your work that is standing out to this person. This person really likes the way you are. So somewhere it's also like something about like I'm getting a lot of like dedication. You give it all. Like if you put your mind or your body into something, you give it all, and that is very promising to the person that likes you. Like there is someone who likes you, your counterpart. I don't know who. Now this person is a new person, or is someone you are already in a relationship, but that is what I am getting, that person admires the way you work, admires the way you show up into this world, admires the way you portray yourself. There's a lot of hours and dedication that you put onto yourself, and not many people have seen this except for your partner. I feel your partner has seen the growth and the work that you've been doing, and they admire you for that. They are so happy that you didn't give up on yourself. There were times that you chose to give up on yourself and still climb on the wagon, and or maybe gave them, or maybe they thought of giving up on themselves, and you might have like climbed on the bus and given them hope, or given them positive affirmations. There's something that you bring into that person's life. I feel like there's a lot of yellow color here also, so you bring a lot of positivity into your partner's life, and even your partner brings that to the table, because you attract what you are. So both of you all bring a lot to the table. But I am getting that sometimes you get overly dedicated also, and you forget about the joys and happiness of the world. Like there's a lot of enjoyment that, or not enjoyment, but there's a lot of things that are yet to be seen by you and your partner, but you all have dedicated so much time into the worrying and so much time into the working and like isolating and stuff. Like sometimes it's necessary to do all these things if you want, like, so like for example, have you seen these videos on Instagram? They will say go 6 months without talking to people, do this without, like, do, if you want a successful career, focus on this, that. So you have been doing that, but sometimes you need to let loose. I'm getting let loose also from this card, even though this card is showing someone who's doing a lot of work, but letting loose is also necessary. This life is not about only being serious. You're not come here to only pay your bills, only to like to work. There is other things also in this world which is so beautiful, which you need to experience. You need to go out there, you need to put yourself out there, or go out with your partner, or go for spontaneous adventures. Because what I'm getting is your work has been dominating both of y'all. I feel like either one of y'all or both of y'all, one of the two, the work has been dominating your life, and the work is not allowing you to let loose or have fun. And this time or this age, whatever age you are in, like even if you are like 50 years old or 40 years old, go have fun. Like take a break from your work and go experience life. There's a lot of the world that we have not seen, and it's time to just explore, just see it for what it is, or go and like there will be experiences, there will be things that will open your eyes. Like have you all noticed when you all go for one trip, like maybe even though it was a 2-day trip, but you go for the 2-day trip and you come back with a lot of like creative juices, a lot of ideas. So that is what I am getting. Like when you let your nervous system calm down, and when you go out of your comfort zone, like, or go for an adventure, go somewhere calming or in nature, when you do that, you will automatically get a lot of ideas. So the work will also get better. This work also will get better if you put your if you put your mental health, or if you put fun and enjoyment as a priority for some time. I'm not saying to neglect your work, okay? Again, don't take me wrong and just say that Bolin said to like leave work and then go and have fun. No, go have fun and like come back also to the work. Make sure you're coming back to doing this work. Don't neglect your work. Just make sure that you're having some time for yourself, for doing random like even I took up coloring, and whenever, like throughout the day, I will have my multiple things to be done, but I'll remove some time to color to calm my nervous system. So same way, I'm telling you to find something, like even going for a walk in the garden or something like that, or maybe an adventure. I'm really getting an adventure. Maybe travel is very significant for some people. Like maybe you should travel or go somewhere which will unwind you. I'm getting unwinding is very necessary. Page of swords, so that's what. See here also, they are showing a person who's bowing their head and giving up the sword. So give up the fight. If you all are in separation, or if you all are in fight mode, or if you all have been fighting with your partner, or are like having tiffs or fights or whatever, it's like give up that sword. You all don't need to fight anymore. You all don't need to don't need to be someone else. Give up that sword. Don't be defending yourself. Be yourself. Don't defend yourself. Don't keep showing like I am this person, I should be this person, I want to be this person. Sometimes when we are in a relationship, so that you don't get overshadowed by your partner, you try to be louder, and you try to I'm getting like argue or fight or something like that, and it's trying to say put your guard down. That person is not come here to fight with you. They are come here to help you. They are come here to show you what you need to heal within you. Like as I said on my twin flame frequency files, if you have been following me on Instagram, I put twin flame frequency files, which is files for twin flame relationships. So in that as well, I have told that your twin flame has to trigger you. If they don't trigger you, you will not be pushed towards healing. So I'm not trying to say the twin flame, I'm not trying to defend the toxic people. There are people who are really toxic that you have to let go of. But at the same time, I'm getting like something is there that you've been fighting. Maybe the battle may be fighting for your career, fighting to be a certain identity, fighting to show up as your self. Something is there that you've been fighting a lot, and now you don't need to fight. Everyone is going to accept you for who you are, and who do not accept you for who you are, they can go out of your life. You can open the door for them. You don't have to fight to keep them in your life. If someone doesn't want to be in your life, let them go. Not because they are not in, like sometimes they say also fight for that person, fight for who you love, but right now I'm getting fight for yourself. Like, or don't even fight. I'm getting this card is coming like to leave that guard down. So if people are in relationships and they're fighting too much to show, like, it's not like they're fighting for their rights, something like that I'm getting. They're fighting for their rights, so they're fighting for things to go their way. You need to meet in the middle. If you're in a relationship or if you're even single, you need to meet the people in the middle. Don't expect them, like, I know, like, I'm trying to say the woman or whatever, they should have high expectations, but at the same time, meet that person in the middle, because there are some things that they might not tell you, they might not have conveyed towards you, and you don't know it, but like they are maybe struggling in some way, and you fighting with them is adding to that. Like, you are just adding to the trouble and the chaos. I mean, I'm not telling you to blame yourself. Sometimes you have to be, as I said, like a twin flame has to trigger you, but at the same time I don't want you to take a step back from all this. Take a step back and see the bigger picture. Is this worth fighting also? Is this worth it? Like, I don't think some of the fights that you all have been having in the past few months is not necessary. It could have been solved with communication. It could have been solved with like just sitting in the room and addressing the problem instead of fighting. I feel like fighting needs to be thrown out of the table. And the last card that I'm getting, maybe you need to maybe like see someone else's relationship, or normally I don't advise this because sometimes like your relationship is going to be different from others, but there is a relationship which could have been a role model in your life. Like, you might have seen it when you were growing up, you might have thought that this is what I want in a relationship, that you need to remove from the pedestal. I'm getting that a lot of you have kept that relationship on the pedestal and your life has turned out that way, and you don't need that relationship. Like, I mean, not that relationship, like say for example, like I like to speak in examples so that you'll understand better. So say for example, I have an elder sister, like her life, if I would have taken her life as my like example, like if I would see her love life as my role model, then I would experience the same thing that she has experienced. So that's why it is necessary for me to remove her love life from my pedestal or my view or my projection to have my own experiences. So I'm just saying, like, people will have like their parents' love life, or it could be their best friend's love life, it could be anybody's, but like remove that person's life from the pedestal on your, like there's a vision board, remove that from your vision board and put your own vision out there. Your own vision, because your relationship is meant to flourish. If you need any help or guidance, go to a guidance counselor, or come to for couple, like go for couple therapy, or come to me. I also help couples. So go to people and seek help from people, but don't seek help from, like, I'm not telling in a bad way, but the things that you've been seeing is a projection of how you've been growing up. So if you've been seeing a certain relationship, a certain type, a prototype of relationship come again and again in your life, that means you have to break that. You don't need that. You don't need someone like that. So that's why I'm getting like, try to find a sort of a different, if you want to find a different role model, see a different role model. There are a lot of actors, actresses who have got a good story out there. So maybe try searching for a different role model, or if you don't want, make yourself the role model. Most of the time it's necessary to make yourself the role model. You can make yourself the role model rather than making the rather than choosing or making other people your role model, because they themselves at the moment are finding and searching ways for themselves. Like, they are not a perfect couple. Many people show that perfect couple, but they are also trying to figure things out. So same way I'm saying, figure your things out. Stop looking at other people relationships and how they are doing and how are they getting this, and how, like, stop being envious. Also, envy will stop you, will block your relationship, will block your love life as well, because you're sending negative energy to another couple. Simply you will also attract that sort of energy. So that's why I feel like it's trying to say, like, try to stay in your own lane. I'm also getting the image of a horse when they have that placed in front of their eyes, so that they just look in their own lane. So focus on your own lane, focus on removing your belief, like there is a bad belief within you, remove that bad belief rather than focusing on other people's relationship. Focus on your relationship. I'm not saying like you're intrusive, or you're trying to look down on someone's relationship or something like that. I'm not trying to say you did anything wrong. I'm trying to say that that person's relationship is not your relationship. Find your own way. don't try to see someone else's relationship as your example. If you keep trying to find answers in other people's relationships, you're not going to figure it out. You're going to be in the loop. So that's why I'm trying to say, just focus, keep your eyes on your relationship, just your relationship at the moment. I am going to remove like some unsent messages from your partner. It's a collective message, so again, this is going to, it can be from your divine masculine or your divine feminine. It doesn't have to be gender specific. It is going to be an unsaid message, what they did. I see. The first card that I got, it was my fault, but I blamed you. So there is something in your relationship. I told you, even in the previous cards, there was an argument or fight or something is there, and it was basically like, now they are realizing it was their fault, but they put it or projected it on you and they blamed you, or it was easier to blame you than to take the blame on themselves. So that's why they blamed you, and they might have reacted, but now they understood that it's their fault. And the next card that I got, my life is not as together as it seems. So they may be even showing that everything is great, everything is going great, but internally they have some struggle. Like how I said in the previous, I'm literally these cards are actually like they are the explanatory cards for the previous cards, because in the previous cards, as I told you all, that they may be showing that everything is good and everything is fine, and you going and defending and fighting with them is making things worse, because they actually are struggling with something in their life, and you adding to that problem or to that chaos is making things worse for them. So that's why they are also saying this is an unsaid message. They might not tell you about it, but their life doesn't seem together as you think it is. Okay, so give them some space, give them some time, give them some empathy to deal with whatever is going on in their life, and not put too much pressure on them. And the last card which I'm taking is, I will wait for a sign for you. So if y'all are in no contact, that person is waiting for you to give the go. And if y'all had a fight and y'all are in an argument or something is there, like they are waiting for a sign from you to make the next move. I'm getting like, maybe even I'm getting like, suppose they want to propose to you. Like now, for again, this is a collective message. Now for a specific collective, this may be coming up. So if they want to propose to you, they want to propose for marriage, or they want to propose for some for like they want to have an engagement or something like that, they are waiting for a sign from you to say that you want it first, because they feel like they don't want to rush with things, so they want you to give them the go. So I feel like it could be a proposal, it could be even just coming forward and talking to you if you all are in no contact situation. So they are waiting for a sign from you to come forward. They are not going to come forward, they're not going to force themselves on you. They are waiting for you to give them a sign. Maybe you can even like telepathically, like if you can think of like giving them a sign through music. You can give them a sign through music so that they come forward, or if not music, you can send them an animal, a specific animal, and or you can ask the guides yourself, like you can ask your spirit guides to give them the strength to come forward. But whatever it is, you pray and you find a way of, like they are waiting, whatever, I don't know how you're going to find the sign or what you're going to tell the universe to what sign it is, because you have to think about it. It should be something different. Like for example, like even if you want to message them and you're not talking to them, you can ask from signs from universe as well. You can ask like universe, show me a dragon if I have to message them. Like this is just a suggestion, but I'm trying to say they are waiting for a sign from you. So like that, you can even send some certain animal, or you can send, most of the time it's better to send messages through music, because those are words and they will get those signs and they will understand if the sign is from you. So try to do it through music, or do it your way, find your own way. And if anyone, I'm going to stop it over here. I hope you got your answer. So if anyone needs a personal reading or needs twin flame guidance, needs a guidance how to take forward or move forward in your journey, y'all can come book a session with me and I can help you with my cards. Thank you.